What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're going to be looking at
A couple of Rob's tilting hands, and then we will do a separate video, maybe with all double poured PLO bomb pots. Bub, you got pocket fives.
All right. Let's see what happens. Okay. In tournaments, like I guess also in cash games, I like to call here. I wouldn't three bet.
Okay. Just so you know, in the charts, these fives will just fold a lot here. In a
Hmm.
great game.
I was afraid of that.
Yep. But here's the other thing. Here's the other thing, Rob. But Jonathan Little will never fold these here. He will always call fives here, and he will almost
Is
never three bet them.
is this hand basically indifferent?
What it is it's not good enough to three bet against the low jack,
Exactly. Yeah.
because it's barely openable. It's barely an open. I mean, it is an open in the cutoff, but it's not like it's a huge EV open because fours mix. Um, and in a game where you do not get three bet behind very often, and what are the three bet frequencies behind you? Let's see. Three bet of zero, three bet of two, three bet of four. You're going to see
Right.
up almost all the time in position. And that's
This guy also does bet a lot that bet this and
yeah. So so this is a perfectly fine call here, exploitatively. But yeah, in the charts, we just don't have in a raked game a calling strategy, and fives isn't good enough to three bet there. So let's play it for a call.
hence the tilting thing that I said. I doubt I call. Oh, I
You do.
did. Oh, I
Great.
did. Look
Yeah,
at me.
perfectly reasonable. And look at this. You're playing in position with an implied odd hands, 100 big blinds deep. Life is good.
If we didn't exploit, what is the weakest pocket pair we continue? Is it sixes actually?
Let me show you. I'll show you a chart here real quick. We'll do we'll do peak as it. Why not? Doesn't matter who we do. All right, give me just a
Because
second.
I'm curious. Because I
Play
saw
play the
that's
turn and I'll
always a call.
so keep going. So play the turn. I mean, play the flop, and then I'll have a
All right, all right.
Villain checks, I guess, or does he bet?
He
No, he checks.
checks.
So in position, regardless of my hand. Well, not regardless of my hand, but I would bet here quite often with a lot of hands. And certainly I would do that with that one. About sizing, I mean, at least one third.
Mhm.
If I had a hand like one big blind
Oh,
is not big enough, in my opinion.
that was a
So if
misclick.
let
Absolutely.
Yeah.
yeah, let's say okay, you said in cash cam we should have some hands that can call here, right? Pre-flop.
No. The simplification is that in a raked game, you just don't call from the field. You only call on the button. You
Hmm.
better fold.
The
Okay.
rake, the
You don't.
rake here at this level is too high to call.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
But
Okay,
once you get up to
so
like 1K or 2K, you have flats.
Mhm.
But here the rake is too high.
Right.
o-
But again, we're fine. We're absolutely fine with this violation of theory. Uh,
okay, so let's imagine
at these stakes, and he's better than us.
we were the button. Yeah, we just
Yeah.
imagine we are the button, and we have a calling range. So I would bet here like one third, I guess, something
Mhm.
like half pot, maybe even a little bit bigger. Because if I have pocket eights here, pocket nines, I would like to go a little bit bigger on the flop.
Yeah.
And we didn't do that. We bet one, and we get check raised for seven big blinds. Um,
Great.
that is great. Now the question is, so in theory, I guess that's always a call. And exploitively, we could think about re-raising because when people do that, they oftentimes have a really good hand um, that they want to continue. It could be
I was thinking over
what
pairs.
yeah, whatever they think is good here. It could be like eight, nine of hearts. They think that's a nuts, or they have to continue, so we could raise. I personally like calling. I like re-raising. I probably would just call here,
Bob, your
but
plan is, Bob, your plan is to go broke to pocket sevens and the very rare 6-8 suited, right?
yeah, every time.
Great. Okay, in that case,
Yeah,
there.
I'm not thinking about folding at any
Great.
point
Ever.
here.
And you're not thinking about pot control. So just how does all the money go in?
Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing I'm thinking about right now is how can I
All
get
the money
all
went
the
in.
digits?
I can promise
How
you that.
yeah, yeah, the only idea is how get I all the money into the
Okay.
pot. So this raise is actually way too big.
Yeah.
Let's say he has pocket eights here. I mean, if I have pocket eights in his spot, I can clearly fold against this because this is
Well, pocket
like no. That is way too big.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what he does. He just jams it.
Okay, let's hope he has pocket threes and
We're
we
likely to be beat. Yeah,
call.
we're probably beat.
Yeah, it's like it looked a little bit
Now
tilty
we're beat.
here. Pocket aces!
Yeah.
Okay, aces is the
Did nothing
only
wrong.
hand I could imagine that continues here, but
Yeah.
that's sick. I could
Yeah.
fold aces against this raise size, to be honest.
Yeah. So yeah, you did great.
Okay.
Yeah, he overplayed his hand. You did great. And that's poker.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. Now, in the one thing, Bub, before you move to the next hand, let me just answer a couple of Bub's questions really quick here. All right. So, first of all, this is your 3-betting range from the cutoff. Fives don't even
Mhm.
get in there.
So
It
eights plus.
starts at eights
That's
in the eights, right?
mm,
So if you wanted to simplify this, you could just go and get the right frequencies. You'd go nines plus 4, 5, and 5, 6 as your and ace 5 as your bluffs, and then everything else would be, good,
Mm.
right?
okay.
Now, but to answer your question of how to play it, we put you on the button where you do have the calling range, and fives is the bottom of it, and it's happy to do it. And exploitatively, we were on the button relative to how people were playing. We check range. He checks. He checks range on this board, right? So he checks his aces. It makes sense. When we bet our fives, every so often it protects with them, which is goofy. But the main size is the 1.62. We bet one, we'll call it that. When he check raises his aces, which he does, okay, he's gonna
Yep.
there. And our fives in exploitative in theory land call, not because they're behind, but because you're in position so you can raise the turn as much as you want. No street will go check if you don't want it to.
And to be honest, this board is not really scary against low jack. It would be more scary against the big blind, right? Because 7-5-3, how could he have a straight draw here?
Some people,
Except-
some people play ace. Some people play 8-6 suited, but
Sure.
but the solver doesn't, so it doesn't have to consider that. Notice what your size is. That when Bub was saying your size was extreme, against his size, which was about 7, the solver is going to about 20, 19 or 20.
Okay.
You doubled that, and if he was, because remember what I said about my play there with aces? When you went to 40, I said, I can fold aces here. And he should have. But if you go to 20, he's probably not folding aces. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right, next hand. And of course, when we call here, and he then I'm going to decline you just for a second, Rob, just while we do it.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
The turn, and it doesn't matter, what was the turn?
6. I think it was a 6. But we never seen the turn really
All right.
because we
Yeah,
went
that way.
all
But
in
when
before.
you do it, and so when you raise here and the call and you get the turn, is moving you right that way. I think you're gonna. Let's see, and he with his aces now checks. You're gonna bet for value. Yeah, you're betting your fives for value,
Yeah.
and
All in though.
you're not all in yet. It's
So
spread out over 3 streets.
The
But it's
idea
settled.
is no one of you have
Yeah.
a straight here ever.
But it's
I
still-
mean, sometimes, but very, very rarely. It's like
Exactly.
over pairs and maybe some 2 pairs.
Yeah. So there you go. All right, back to you. Hello, Isaac.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. All right. So here's going to be the question, Isaac,
Yeah.
which is, okay, put up put it up, Rob.
You got it? You don't
Yeah,
see it?
Ace king. Yep. Other screen.
Oh, I put the wrong spot.
Yep. Yep.
Hold on. Sorry.
All right, here we go. All right, Isaac, you have ace king in the low jack. What would you like to do? Oh, I'm sorry, in the hijack, and the low jack has raised to 3 big blinds. What would you like to do?
I always 3-bet ace king. I don't know if that's right, but that's what I
That's a
always do.
great play. What size would you like to go to on a 3 big blind bet?
I normally go about to 12 big blinds. I normally 3 times it.
Okay, so 3 times it would be 9 big blinds. 4 times.
Oh
3.
no, yes, sorry.
So 9 is great, and then 12 out of position, maybe even bigger out of position. So this 7.5 is a little small, Rob. Is there a reason you're doing it?
I tilting. I don't know.
Yeah, go to 9 there because one of the best things that can happen with ace king, one of the best things that can happen is everyone just folds and you just take the pot. Because every hand has lots of equity against ace king. Every hand. Ace queen has 30%. Ace deuce has 30%. Every hand has lots of equity. So when they fold it out, that's great. All right, so let's go on. Let's see what happens. And okay, don't go to the next step. So he
shit.
so he 4-bets you. What would you like to do, Isaac?
I'm probably, well, it was supposed to be 9, and then he made it 20. Normally when I 4-bet, I make it about double. I'd probably 5-bet.
Okay.
I
So
don't know what size to 5-bet though.
oh, it's easy. You're all in. Look at how much he's got left.
Oh, 23 big blinds. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I
If-
should have shoved here then.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because if he is if you guys were 200 big blinds deep, you might not want to shove your ace king low jack against cutoff. And we'll take a look at that in a second. But when he's only got 23 left, you want to see all 5 cards. You've got, except against aces, you've got the equity. You just jam.
Okay.
100 big blinds deep, you might not. All right, so let's play it out.
What if we were 200 big blinds? How much would we shove, or how much?
I'll show you. I'll show you in a second.
Okay.
All right, but he shoves into you for half the pot. What would you like to do, Isaac?
Um, I mean, I would probably. I'm already so far into it. I probably would just call, but I don't know if that's the right move.
I would call as well.
Yeah. So let's work it out here. First of all, do you expect that you're ahead at least 50% of the time right now?
I expect pre-flop odds ahead, so I would
Yeah, but no,
imagine
I'm saying now. With
Yeah.
this action at this point, do you think you're probably ahead?
I think so.
Okay. I don't. I
You know,
think probably I think in this line you're often against a pocket pair.
Mhm.
okay.
But let's do our math. Usually we've got 6 outs, because usually it's not a kings or aces, but every pocket pair is the same for us. Except deuces, 5s, and 6s. And deuces, 5s, and 6s don't play this way very often by him. So right now we are probably behind. We have 6 outs. 6 outs is about 24-25% to get there, right? We need,
Okay.
and we need 27%. But
And
some
given just stop as the ace 4 suited, right?
Right,
Something like that.
right.
A7.
yeah, sometimes we're drawing dead. But also, do you think that you're ahead here 25% of the time, that he's doing this with ace queen or king queen, 1/4 of the time? I think so. Certainly 1/8 of the time. And you add those two together, and this is an easy call. And
Okay.
you're gonna lose this most of the time, but you can lose this most of the time and still profit because there's 40 big blinds in there. You can lose this 3 out of 4 times and profit a little bit. And you're really gonna lose this not 3 out of 4 times. You're gonna lose this 2 out of 3.
Oh fuck! I folded.
Yeah, don't fold there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you see why, Rob? And
I
it's-
think you know why? Because I think I knew that I should have shoved pre, and I
Right.
realized my mistake, and I was like, now I just gave him a flop, and now I'm out.
Right.
I think
One
I
second.
think that's what I did.
Right.
Is there something about his stats that you thought about just calling instead of?
Right.
I should have with the CB of 100, but he's
Right.
pretty tight up until then. I think I thought I fucked up on the pre-flop, and then just was like, why am I gonna like make this situation worse?
Yeah,
Because
I think
in the situation, you want to make the best decision from that situation. That's why.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Right.
hence the tilt.
Right. So in this solver, he goes only to 2.25, not to 3. Yeah, we'll do it with threes. We'll do it with threes. We've got threes here. So no rake. So that's not going to make a difference for this hand. He goes to 3. Here we are with ace king. It's got a few calls, but we're going to raise it. And by the way, this is so for you, Bub, this is a non-raked game. So the cutoff has calls, and your fives still don't call very much.
Does it mess it up that you're at 8 max and not 6 max?
No.
Or
Oh
is
yes, it
that-
does. It's terrible. It's terrible. I've blown it. I'm an idiot. I used the wrong place. Doesn't change anything, but it does. But to do this, so Bub, here is the low jacking cutoff. The fives still don't call pure, even when you have a calling range with no rake. So
Yeah.
there's your answer there.
That's indifferent.
Right.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Right. But given the stats of the button small blind and big blind behind us, call 100% of the time with fives there is just fine. All right.
Mhm.
Now, in our hand, there's the raise. Here's our ace king, usually re-raises, usually to 10, 9, 10, 5, 7.5. Now, when he goes up to 20,
Hello.
and we're back on the ace king, mostly jams. Call is not a mistake, though. Call is not a mistake. Mostly jams. And the ace king suited likes to call in solver land. Okay?
I'm good. How are you?
Not a mistake.
Just,
But-
But the fold
On
was
the turn.
absolutely a mistake. Yeah.
On the turn, yeah. Because, as we said,
On the river.
yeah.
Right.
Now,
I mean on the flop.
Yeah, on the
Fuck.
yep, here we go. So let's go back. Against a tight opponent, you should always jam pre-flop. Against a loose aggressive player, you can call pre-flop.
Yeah, I should have jammed it. And I think that's why I folded, because I knew
Yeah.
I had fucked up so hard pre.
Yeah. Okay, so so put your screen back up and let's correct that now. Here's going to be the little game. When you find yourself in that feeling going, oh, I fucking did this. Instead of picturing yourself in that game, I want you to picture yourself in class when someone says, yeah, of course we should have done this, but Alice played, what's your best choice now? And make your best choice now. Now, you could be up against aces and fucked. You could be up against kings and not be getting the odds you need here.
Yeah.
You could be up against fives or sixes and not be getting the odds. But you block the aces and kings. There are tens, jacks, queens that he's gonna play this way very often, and sometimes ace queen. I think and with only 23 big blinds, I think your best play is to call.
Yeah, it's always a plus EV play, it seems. Yeah. Even if I made the mistake
That's
pre.
right.
Okay.
I think so.
Can
Okay,
you
Alright.
replay the math for us so I can understand how you broke that down?
sure. Let me. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna show it to you in real poker, and then tell you how I calculated it, and that way we'll find out if I did it even right, because I may have been wrong, because I talk fast.
Okay.
And am often wrong. All right, here we go. So we are going to look at reset all. We're just going to look at ace king against a hand like jack jack. Okay. On the board of read me the board.
I can't see it. It was
Yeah,
like
Rob,
560.
Rob can read it.
I'm reading it. It was 562 on the flop.
Right. Okay. And it's just and the rainbow.
And
Five.
then
6-2. We're there. Okay, good.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah.
So
I
against
folded.
pocket pairs, you've got 25% equity. And the way you get this 25 quickly is you go, I have 6 outs. 6 times 4, and you just multiply it by 4 on the flop. If it was on the turn, you multiply it by 2. If you want to be slightly more accurate against most hands, when you have 6 outs, it's, 4 plus, it's multiply by 4, add 2. But this is close enough. So it's about 25, right? Just throw it out there. It's about 25. All right. When he has, by the way, when he has the king here, it's very bad. Then you've only got 3 outs, and 3 outs twice, you multiply by 4 is 12%, and you're screwed. But this is going to be true against his range of, now we're going to remove these hands here. We don't have these. Clear just the players. We've got ace king again. Oops. No, sorry. Stop it. 5-6-2, not king. 5-6-2. How do you? Let's go quickly. 5-6-2. Good. And then we go to here. We say, in this one, we've got ace king. That's us, right? And now we're going to put in his range. And his range is going to be 10-10, Jack-Jack, Queen-Queen, Ace-Ace, but he only has 50% against it. But this is going to do the card removal. So ace, he's got Ace-Ace, he's got King-King, all these, right? But he's also got some Ace-Queen suited. Just he's got some Ace-Queen here that we dominate, right? And I'm giving him no offsuit Ace-Queen, just that. And against that range, because we're crushing the Ace-Queen. So now we're up to 30% and we needed 27. That's why we're fine.
Okay.
Now, take out the 10-10 and say, oh, he doesn't do it with 10-10. And we're even better off because now he has ace-queen more of the time. We're up to 31%.
All right.
Take out the
How do you
jack.
get the percentage that we need to beat him?
It's what the pot is offering us. And now I'll tell you how to calculate it, and then I'll also show you how to see it. So put it back up there, Mr. Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. And the number we need, go back one. The number we need is going to be, here we go. Let's go to the flop. Bum, 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 bum. And it just shows you this 27% here. How do you get that? You go, he's betting 23 into 41. So really quick in your head, you go, he's betting 20 into 40, just 20 into 40. And that means you're getting, the pot will be 60. So that's 3-1. That's 25%. 1 in 4. That's what you have to put in. You have to put in 1, and there will be 1 unit of 20-ish to play for a pot of, that's going to be 80. That's in your low. And then you look and you go, well, it's a little more than that. So it's going to be a little higher. So 25 is not enough. It's a little more. It's 27. In game, you just kind of look at this and you go, all right, I'm getting 3-1 on my money. That's about 25%. Ace king, when it's, when I'm up against a pocket pair that isn't aces or kings, that's 12 outs. That's about 24%. I'm almost there. Sometimes he has ace queen. Sometimes he has king queen suited. I crush those. And sometimes he has aces and kings and I'm crushed. I can call.
Okay.
That's the sort of,
I think that's one of my biggest problems in game is I know that I'm supposed to be calling more when the price is right, but I think I overfold sometimes because I don't add it up like that in my head.
Yep. So that'll be so during this, that'll be your exercise here as we see them is we'll do those numbers. All right. Nick, you got the next hand. This will be short. What should you do, Nick?
Oh, I doubt it. I was fucked.
Yeah, button.
I didn't even hear you, but I assume Nick said you just fold. You just
Yeah,
fold.
fold.
Yeah, you just fold.
I didn't do that.
No. Okay, so here's the 2 things to learn from this one, even without looking at the charts. All right.
Yeah, no kidding.
The 3 bets that exist with the 6-5 suited 5-6, 6-5, 5-4, 8-7, those ones that we know about. Those are all big blind versus all these things. And the small blind has none of them. They just don't exist in the small blind. And then in the big blind, they almost never exist for the two gappers. So let me show that to you so you see it once. So learn this and never do this again.
Yeah.
This is a good one to just learn this chart.
All right.
So we'll do it from poker coaching. Under the gun raises. This is in an 8-handed game. Full on, the earliest position you can be, right? And when he raises this, you're big blind. See some of these raises down here? The 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, those exist. When it comes to this guy, same thing. Those exist. In the wizard, they're higher, but they're there. So learning those is fine, right? Against the low jack, you'll see in the big blind, yep, they exist. But notice, these never exist. The two gappers against all these positions. Against the hijack, big blind. Oh yeah, lots of this down here. None of this. Not the two gappers. Cut off. Even without memorizing this chart, lots of it. 8, 7, 7, 6. I don't care if you know the difference between 5, 4, and 8, 7 here. You just know that some of these exist. None of
You
them.
don't show your screen right now, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's no
gonna-
problem.
Oh, I
But we
was
can follow.
following.
We
We were
can follow.
following.
Yeah, but that's, oh, geez. All right, let's do this again. Just to show them to you. All right. Under the gun, raises. And you're in the big blind. See some of that?
Yeah.
Good. Under the gun 1, big blind. Yep, there's some of that. We start getting even more to the low jack. We're going to get even more of it. Yeah, but none of the two gappers. We play them. We start playing the two gappers here.
Is it okay that it's at 8 max?
This is an 8 max and no rate.
No, I'm at 6 max.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
I was just showing you how early it is. You want to go to 6? I'll show it to you at 6 max because I wanted to show you.
Oh, no, that's why I was asking. Like, I literally don't know. Like, when
Yep.
I play, when I
Right. Here we go.
review
All
a
right.
peak, I want to make sure I was doing it right.
Raise, big blind. Big blind, because you're against low jack, it's got plenty of this, right?
Okay.
And we play all these, but none of them raise. The two gappers do not raise.
And here, there's a big difference here because the raise sizing is very different.
Yeah.
And the
What-
8 max, we had 3 big blinds, right?
Yeah, exactly. But look at all this. So look at all how often it does this. This is a common bluff area. And it's good to know this because fish don't know about this. They only call. This is great, but not the two gappers. Against the cutoff, even without memorizing the chart, lots of these, not the two gappers. 8, 6. I don't care. Not the two gappers. All the way to the button. We're going to stop there because these are all the ones we're out of position, right? Not the two gappers. Now, look
Okay.
at small blind against these. Small blind. I'm wrong. Small
I'm a
blind does.
fold.
Small blind does. I thought it had none of this. It does have,
Yeah,
some, but it has none
that's
of
the fold.
it has none of the two gappers
Yeah.
here. And now I'm going to look at this because I didn't know this. Okay, yeah. So these ones here, the 5, 6, 6, 7 in the small blind exist. None of the two gappers.
Okay.
Cut off. Small blind. Yep. A little bit of these. And it does just, and the way to do that, we'll learn this is, it's the 5, 6 and the 6, 7. And if you wanted to, since the 5, 6 almost is always the one, why don't you just do 5, 6 all the time? There's your simplification.
Mm-hmm.
Just do the 5, 6.
Right.
Do that all the time from now on. There's your thing. Small blind in a 6 max game against all positions. Take your ace 5 suited and your 6, 5 suited as your bluffs down here. Just do that and simplify your life. Okay. If we got another hand, it's going to go back to Nick for not a pre-flop fold.
Should I just pass this one? Because I clearly messed it up on the pre-flop.
Well, I mean, there's one more thing to touch on. Why did you bet this sizing?
I don't know. That's the problem.
Yeah, so this is way too small. You have a bad hand and you're giving him odds to call with his entire range.
Yeah.
Right. No, exactly. Yeah,
This
this was a tilt moment, like 101.
Right. So Rob, what size should you have gone to if you were going to three bet here? Let's say you had 6-5 suited and you were going to three bet it. What size should you go to?
Six, like 9 to 13, I would assume.
Yeah, great. Yep, exactly. At least to 12 and just maybe a little bit more. Exactly. Good.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay. As played, let's punish Nick. You're here.
Oops.
What would you like to do, Nick?
Let's see. This guy only three hands on both. Okay. Bet small. Bet 7.
I don't do anything right this hand.
The check is not terrible. The bet small makes total sense, but it's
I'm
not
gonna take over. I'm gonna take the phone.
right. But this is okay. But so Josh, finish this one off if you can talk. And if you can't talk, then Larry, finish this one off. Josh is going to check raise this. Okay. I am never check raising this. I am folding this a lot. A lot. But you called. And okay, now the jack. And check. And Josh, this is yours. You didn't check raise, you check called. So you check, he checks behind.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, check it down. Check. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, sorry, I thought that was a 3, not another 5. I wasn't paying
Okay.
attention. Yeah,
Yeah.
check it down. Check it down.
Yeah, if you let-
We might be good.
I doubt I do
Well,
that. Oh, I guess I do.
yeah.
ooh. Was the turn check?
Yeah.
Turn was check.
That's
And
so
you now
weird,
chop
isn't it?
with and you now chop with every other 6.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean they do these weird stuff like, yeah, probably just fold. He's probably just got a 5, hasn't he? You know.
You could have, yeah.
They do. I don't know why they do stuff like that. Weird stuff like checking back.
Yeah.
The turn when they've got the nuts. You know. I don't know.
He could do that. He also could have pocket 7s or pocket 8s and play it that way when the jack comes. But
Yeah.
and then when you check the ace, is he turning it into a bluff? God knows what he thinks he's doing. I don't know what he's doing there. Okay. Mike, you got ace 9 suited. We have Mike. 2, 3, 4. We do not have Mike. All right.
Yeah,
Larry-
he's got to skip me for a little bit.
Okay, you got it. Okay, Larry, you got ace 9 suited. And Dean is folding that river.
Yeah, I think this is better as a code for or 3-bet, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I would go to about 14.
Okay. Again, that size, Rob, that
Too
size.
low.
Well, here's what the size accomplishes. Let's not say it accomplishes nothing. What this size does is it guarantees that the Zoe is going to call you or re-raise you, but it also makes it more likely that you're going to be heads up. So that's not terrible.
Yeah, you really want to have a more think of it as shock value, polarizing.
Yeah.
You want a more polarizing statement with your sizing.
Okay.
I mean, so your default is 3 in position.
Yeah.
4 out of position.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna just fold. This is a fold.
Yep.
So you want to think of it like the ace. It's like you got how big would you raise pocket aces? Because you hold an ace, so it's kind of like a blocker bluff. Like you could have pocket aces. So
Yeah.
you know, I bet if you had pocket aces, you'd make it bigger than 7 or whatever, would you?
No,
Wouldn't you?
well, yeah, I have a weird
I mean-
geometric thing. I raise really, really powerful hands, the same as maybe like a pair of 6s. And then
Yeah.
in the middle, I tend to deviate some, but I never play my my really good cards any different than I would like my bluffs, like my fives, or like like my mind, like what if I'm setting a mine? I mean, mind setting.
Mining.
Set money. Thank you. So
Mine setting is what the Iranians are doing. You're set
yeah,
mining.
exactly.
Okay. But the way one of the ways to think about that hand there with the ace nine suited is when you raise it, it is a bluff.
Yeah, so I
So
should have
on a
raised
raise,
so much. I should have raised outside of that spectrum, kind of was my point. Like I
right.
wasn't playing how I do.
Yeah.
Um,
Or if you call it, you go multi-way. You guarantee yourself to go multi-way with a suited ace. Not the worst thing in the world. Your
right,
re-raise gave you the information that you were crushed, but you threw away all your equity.
Mm.
So, there you go. All right. This is going to be who we got here. We have got Bub hasn't done one. Bub 2, 3, 4. We got no Bub. All right. Then this is Dean. Dean, you got pocket fours.
All right. Call.
Okay.
Check, check.
I agree with the check behind on it's not, as a bluff, this board is getting called a lot. So you're going to probably have to do a 3-street bluff and it's going to be a little tough.
So give up already. Okay.
Yeah, you could
Kind of.
It goes
I
check.
mean, until I get more information. I mean,
Yeah, and if it checks down, you probably win.
Yeah, he probably checks down a lot of ace high.
Yeah.
Check again. But he bet.
Yep. Here we go.
I mean, I'd probably fold, but I wouldn't hate a call either. He's a lot of bluffs still.
Right. So here we go. So before we do this now, I'm going to ask Isaac, when he bets 5 into 8 there, what are your pot odds? Can see if you can do that. See if you can do that badly in your head. There's 8 in the pot. He bets.
Eight. So now there's okay. I'm sorry, bear with me.
Bet
this
5
is
into
one of my
8.
biggest struggles.
Yeah.
So he bets 5. We're right now. Oh,
Yeah,
he bets 5 into an $8 pot, so then it goes up to 12. 13. It goes up to 13.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta call 5 to make. Do I add the extra 5 into the 13?
If you're doing it as a percent, you do. So when you calculate the percent, you go. After I
27%.
call the pot will be 5 plus 5 plus 8, which is 18.
Okay.
And
so now I got to call 5 into an $18 pot or to win
right.
18.
Yeah, right. And so the percentage equals 5 equals 5 divided by 18.
Okay, it's almost 4. I know it's almost 4 to 1.
Yeah. It's between 3 and 4. So it's between 25 and 33.
Okay, so I'm good. Okay, so if it's 4, I get 33%. If it's
so it's a little worse than 4. So
25.
it's 27%, right? And then when we say what you're getting, when we say the odds you're getting, that when you use that language, you don't add it in. So you have, your percent is 5 divided by 18, and your odds are a little bit more than 2, a little bit worse than 2 to 1. Because you're putting, a little bit better than 2 to 1, because he's got, the 8.5 is, it's 2.5 to 1, 2.6.
Okay. See, I would have thought I'm getting almost 4 to 1 because it was almost a $20 pot. I'm putting 5 into almost.
Yep, exactly. You're getting almost 4 to 1. I'm sorry, no, you're getting almost 3-1. When you say that language, when you say the 2-1, when you use the TO word, you don't add it in. 3-1 or 1 in 4. That's the way people talk. The odds are 3-1 in this case, a little bit more, a little bit more than
They're
three.
on top
Oh,
odds.
what helped me, because I always struggled with that, is like when someone says 3-1, imagine a cake
Yes,
and someone gets 3 pieces and you get 1 piece. That's 3
right,
to
and that's
1.
20%. Exactly. Yep.
So
Okay.
you get 25%, it's 1/4, but it's 3-1,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Exactly. All right, Bub, you got King 10 offsuit.
So what happens?
I learned from my last session review that this is a fold.
This is a fold. Let's fold it.
We would have to have King Jack's offsuit at
Yeah,
least.
fold.
Did we fold those
Oh.
pocket fours on the river?
Fuck me.
Here we go. All right.
Scotty, did we fold those pocket fours on the river?
We did.
I did. I folded them.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
Yeah,
folded
yeah.
pocket fours on the river.
So
I did.
from what we also learned, we would never call. We can call on the river on the button, but I think this hand, if we want to continue, we would 3-bet it. So
I was trying to call more on the button. I think I got like kind of inebriated with that thought pattern. You know,
Oh.
like
Let's not do that.
I'm gonna call more on the button.
Yeah.
But now we
Let's
got a
not-
good bluff.
Okay, this hand, well, actually, he shouldn't bet too much into us. He should check in to us. And now I'm scared. We have really good blockers. We could turn this into a bluff, but actually I would just fold.
Yeah, this is a really good fold on the simplification of in a multi-way pot, if you don't have it and then someone else probably does. And King 10 with a 10 of spades on 9-7-4 is not it. Yep.
By the way, if he would have checked, I would have bet on this flop in position.
How much? The
Um,
percentage?
I would say like 50% is good, 33% is good. I wouldn't go
Yep.
bigger.
Oh, okay.
Good. Yep. I like it. Okay.
I wouldn't hate calling
Let me
though.
see. If everyone has gone, let me see. Rob, Mike is busy. Josh, Josh, if you want to turn on, take this ace deuce, and then we will be
Okay.
done. You didn't get a full hand. Okay.
Right. So under the gun limps and the small blind goes to 3. I would just call for 2 big blinds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great.
Check. I would check. I would just fold. Yep. Fold and move on with my life. Yep.
Right. Yeah. So the pattern that I'm seeing here, Rob, is mainly pre-flop. Pre-flop and sizing. So let's do a very quick sizing quiz, and then we will go on. So Rob, this is all for you.
Okay.
Uh,
Thank you.
So when someone limps in front of you and you decide you want to ISO, what size do you want to go? You're
Am I in or out of position?
in position.
I'm 2.5 times, 3 times.
Yes, you want to go the size of the pot when they're
Yeah,
when they're
I bet less. That's my problem is I'm betting. I bet less when I'm in position.
not big enough.
Like,
When you
but I'm not
ISO,
going big enough.
yes. So
Right.
here are the things we're going to write down here, and these are your basic sizes. You can deviate from these, but you have to have a reason. ISO in position equals hot at the time. All right, good. ISO and people start typing these in. Your basic sizes equals plus plus another bet out of position. Another bet. And so The ISO imposition is gonna be 4.5 big blinds.
So,
4.5.
but it always seemed like I was the least betting pot though when I
That
was in
that
position.
wasn't pot there. No, your ISO was smaller than that. So I'm
Was
just calling
smaller than pot. Oh God. Okay.
plus one big blind for each additional lip. Okay. So that one, 4.5. Add a position, one more than that. When you are three betting somebody, 3x the three bet in position. Somebody said, what's your three bet in position against one player?
3 times the last bet.
3 times at least. 3 times.
Or pot.
Right. 3
Okay,
times
so
less.
3 times at minimum. Okay.
Yeah, right. And add a position when you're three betting them.
4 times.
4 times at least. There we go. All right. Let's start with
Is
those.
5 better? Is that like a
Depends.
okay?
It's
What's it depend on?
just don't go smaller than that. You
Okay.
and you will almost never have a reason to go smaller than that. All right. My question to you guys now is if you want, we can look at some double board PLO bomb pots, or we can jump to Josh's missing hands.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah.
What do I do? Like, what's an adjustment if somebody always raises bigger than the normal pre-flop raise?
You play fewer hands, you tighten up, and you call less. You raise more. If the blinds are 1-2, and
Mhm.
someone's regular opening size is 220,
Yeah.
you call never.
Okay.
You
Never
look at
call.
your hand
Gotcha.
and you go, if this hand is not good enough to three bet, I fold. And the reason is that imagine a game where everyone was playing like that. The blinds are
Yeah.
1 and everybody opens to 20. Any pot you enter is going to be huge relative to the blinds. So you can sit there and never play a hand. It's almost like you're playing in a game without any blinds at all.
Mhm.
So if your hand is not good enough to three bet them, don't play it when they're opening the 7 and 8 and 9.
So, like, what's the time? I don't want to get you guys off subject, but like, what should I not play suited connectors and things like that? Like, should I
Nope.
only
Fold them.
play
Fold them.
just broadways and things like that?
Yeah, fold them. Unless you are a million big blinds deep. If you're 400 big blinds deep and they raise, to 5x or to 6x, maybe even 7x, and you're in the big blind, sure, play them.
Okay, yeah, because where I play, they always have
I'm
the
saying
straddle on, and then they always
I'm saying
re-raise it right
400
afterwards.
big blinds deep.
Are you talking about live games?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's the theory outlook, but also in real game, I play a lot of live too. In real game, theory kind of veers off because it's not theory anymore; it's live poker. So you're gonna get perceived as an absolute nit if you're not playing any hands. And so my school thought's a little bit different. Like on the button, if you have a suited connector and you're playing, say, 1-2, and they raise to, I don't know, 10, 12, 15, it can be profitable to call and play in position, assuming you're better than the other players. So the strategy is going to change. You have to know who you're playing against and how to exploit them, what their ranges look like, and it's not just straight up. So from a theory standpoint, Scotty's absolutely right. If you're playing against a computer, you need to have a polarized range. When they raise larger, you're going to call way less. But when you're playing live poker, it can be extremely profitable to play some of these hands, especially in position. But it does, like, if they start raising to 10x, 20x the blind, the raise size does impact it. It's just finding the line. Like if it's the default raise size in the game, you can lean towards just a similar strategy as you would normally play.
Right. So Nick, one thing here, even against humans, if you become at a game where the standard open size is, let's say 7x, so it's a 1-2 game and people open to 15. You're definitely gonna be profitable playing way tight and a three better fold strategy, right? I mean, I'm not saying it's more profitable than playing your suited connectors, but it is a profitable strategy to just knit it up there, correct? I mean, in real life, not just against a computer, against them.
Hey, I can knit at 1-2 is always going to be profitable. If you fold and only play aces and kings, you'll make money.
Right,
Yeah,
because you're
but
blind.
look, hold on a minute.
It doesn't
Hold on a
fold.
minute. He said straddle. He said they were straddling. So what are
Yeah,
they
they were
opening relative
straddling
to
too.
the? What are the, so when you say they open big, like you just have to count the straddle as the new big blind. So what are they
Yes.
opening relative to the straddle? Like how many straddles is it? And then
Yes.
you just count the straddle as a big blind. So if
Yes,
they're opening to
absolutely.
15 and the $5 straddle's on, that's only a free big
That's a
blind.
3x open.
What
Yep.
what are they actually opening? Then
Well,
like
I was
how
playing
big are they
1-3.
opening?
They were straddling to 10, and then they would raise it to 25 or 35 every hand.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's thank you, Josh. That's not a large raise. That's a normal raise. Because the big blind is 10 and they're raising and they're opening to 2.5 or 3x. And yeah, you play a normal of the normal three blind strategy. And because there are not a lot of published charts for the three blind strategy, the way you can approximate it is this. You can learn a chart or study a chart and go back between 1 seat and a half a seat in each position because you have one extra blind. So that's one more person behind you. So for example, let me just steal this real quick. So
Yeah, it really screws me up when they straddle the button and I'm on the small blind now, and I'm like,
then you play when they straddle the button and the small blind is the first one to play, you play almost no hands
oh,
in
okay.
the small blind. It's just you have the worst position pre-flop. Everything is bad. You tighten up significantly more in the small blind than you would under the gun in an 8-handed game.
That's right. Like people always saying, "Oh, the straddle makes action," but that's completely wrong, right? The straddle actually makes the gameplay tighter.
Under the
Yeah,
gun,
you're playing
under
you're
the
playing
Depends
gun
on your
shallow, right?
position.
Under the gun straddle makes the game really good. Like if everyone's straddling under the gun, it's really good for the game.
Yeah, especially in California with a dropped game where you need the pots to be bigger to beat the rig. But a button straddle, if the button straddle forces the small blind to play first, I think that's called a Mississippi straddle, then the small blind is super tight. It's just you just don't want to play any hands.
What's the tightest I should like? What should I just play, like queens plus or something? Jacks plus?
Probably like 8s plus, 7s plus.
Yeah, and ace queen, something like ace queen off, ace 10 suited, 8s plus, 9s plus, like that. King queen suited, sure. And that's about it. I wouldn't open ace jack.
Okay.
And there. And maybe, yeah.
So yeah, that did answer both my questions because they do raise big and then they straddle a lot. So I'm just always in all these bad spots all the time.
Right. And when the straddle is on in the usual position, the under the gun straddle, so it's third blind, then the way you think of it is this. So imagine you have a small blind, a big blind. So when you are in the hijack here, you do your calculation as we said. I'm just repeating myself here that the increment of the big blind is the straddle. So the straddle is the big blind. The big blind, what is the big blind is called the middle blind, and the small blind is called the small blind. So it's small blind, middle blind, straddle, and the straddle is the size. That's how you think of it. And then when you're in the hijack, you would play slightly tighter than this range because there's another player there. So you'd play somewhere between this range and this range in the hijack, somewhere between low jack and hijack. If you want to simplify it and you know them, just play low jack. So you never get to play this button range, even on the button.
That's what I'm saying. The straddle makes you play tighter, right? Just because someone is straddling means they're a gambling type person, but the actual straddle itself, you have to play tighter because there's another person who could be sat there with pocket aces, right?
Yeah, and the person who says the straddle makes the game for action, the correct statement of that is it makes the pots bigger, and that's kind of like action. But if you're thinking of it as the number of players who should be in the hands of blah 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 like that, no. But it puts 3 people in the straddle, and with 3 people in blinds, and since we know people defend their blinds, they do that. We shouldn't. All right. Now my question is, do you want to look at
there's basically an extra ante, so the pots become bigger pre-flop, which means you're more incentivized to win them. So you should fight harder for them because there's more dead money pre-flop, which usually leads to just more people fighting for them.